All right, episode 3, Permadeath survival playthrough. I placed some posts and we got 4 levels. So to see what I put them in. Kind of a hard one. I think obviously the first thing we want is Lone Wanderer. I think a second pretty good perk is gonna be Aqua Boy. And then from here, not really completely sure. We never read that book for endurance. We're gonna get that too this episode. I do often like armorer, but I think we'll go with strong back. And we'll go with Scrounger. Now, a lot of people don't like Scrounger. And I never really understood why. Sure, like, the ammo you're going to be getting is not always for the gun you're going to take. But sometimes it will be. And ammo is expensive. I don't know. I love Scrounger. Plus, when you're looting a lot, it feels good. It's a good dopamine hit. And I think that's valuable to gameplay. Not everything about gameplay has to be about min-maxing. Alright, so real quick, we're going to head into this house over here. Our old home.
There must be someone who can help you in Concord.
We're going to take this book and get our endurance to 10. Alrighty. Next thing's next, before we continue, we're gonna sleep and eat to refresh our meters. And we're gonna dump all our junk. We also might have an extra pistol we're gonna dump. We do not, okay. Yeah, we're gonna sleep. I like to sleep until the morning just because I don't like to play at night. Technically, running around at night, like sneaking around at night, is going to be better for your sneak meter. But I'm going to sleep 13 hours, get to 5 a.m. But I have trouble seeing at night because my monitor is really dark and I can't increase the brightness. It's the monitor that's dark, not the game. So I prefer to play in the daylight. It's just a personal preference thing. If you're really sneaky, you should probably actually play at night because stealth does work better at night, especially if you take the shadowed armor. The way that works is it's a mod. If you go to an armor workbench, you can mod your armor to be shadowed. It makes your sneak better in dark areas. That includes nighttime. But yeah, we're gonna take our water fountain here, sippy sip, to save water bottles. And then we already cooked our food, so we're gonna eat the cooked food and get ready for our day. Now that we've saturated all of our menus, we're gonna keep it pushing. So up ahead, we're gonna have the Red Rocket truck stop, where we're gonna encounter our first dangerous area, and you want to make sure you respect it. There's a pipe pistol here, mongrel dog meat we're gonna take. And I think we'll actually use the pipe pistol. I accidentally picked up an extra one, so I'm just going to drop one. The pipe pistol in the early game is not to be underestimated. The ammo is very light, so it is very efficient, and efficiency is valuable. Specifically, a semi-auto pipe pistol, 38 rounds, do really, really good. Especially with some perk points into the gunslinger. That will be my next perk point when I get one. Just the little bit of extra damage. It's just really good. Pistols are really, really good. 10mm and pipe pistol is really, really good.
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself? You want to come with me, pal?
Now, notably for the Lone Wanderer perk, you can take dog meat, but dog meat ruins your stealth.
Then. Let's stick together.
So I won't be taking dog meat with me until I start taking
yourself?
companions with me way later in the game.
You seem like an okay guy. Okay, then. Let's stick together. Hey. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Go on. Wait for me at home.
We're gonna leave dog meat here. To me, stealth is more important right now. And we need stealth. So the mole rats are going to spawn here. Notably, things you're going to want from here is these stem packs. And then over here by this red sign, you're going to want beer bottles. Beer bottles can be filled with water. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to sit on that stool. Oh my god, how crazy would it be if the mole rats came out and this is how we lost our permadeath? Alright, don't accidentally sit in chairs you don't mean to. Good to know. The mole rats should attack any second. But I'm just gonna keep it pushing. Okay, they attacked. Get out of the menu. Use some vats. Try to reduce the numbers. Now, mole rats are not that dangerous. But they do have numbers. And numbers can be overwhelming. So you want to like thin them as quickly as possible. So I recommend using vats on the first few. One of them hit me in the back. Oh, we accidentally shot dog meat. I'm gonna get destroyed in the comments for that one. Oh god. That was dog meat being a good boy. And I actually like to take all of this the mole rat stuff because the leather is useful for crafting. Now, depending on your playstyle, instead of building at Sanctuary, you might consider building here. It's a little bit less of a run by a few, like, you just don't have to cross the bridge every time you come home. But part of the reason I like Sanctuary, and actually we're gonna go back to Sanctuary real quick because I forgot to do something, is the water. It's much easier to build a water factory over at Sanctuary when you get started than it is here. But I am going to scrap a bunch of stuff. I don't like to build at both of these settlements very much in terms of like recruiting settlers. But I like to have the basics over here. I like to have a water fountain. And sometimes a bed. I especially like to have a bed over here if I'm not doing permadeath, because if I just need to sleep, I don't want to have to run all the way back to Sanctuary. If I just need to fill water bottles, I don't want to have to run all the way back to Sanctuary. I have a little bit of health missing, so I am actually going to drink a water bottle. I could have finished sipping at that fountain, but I'm being a little bit lazy. But I'm going back to Sanctuary because I forgot to make our water producer as one of the final parts of a little setup over here. In survival, you can create, on the resources tab, water purifiers in the river. And you can power them.
Mathematical!
By connecting them with wires. And just like that, we have, I believe we can get three water purifiers. This place is producing 30 water. And with whatever you have left, you can also produce water pumps. Which I might put my water pumps... Actually, I'm making this as like a little entrance to a farm. Actually, I might just put them in the streets over here. Just lining the sides. If it lets me. Yeah, we can put them like right here. And just like that, we have 45 water. Now when we come back, lots of water will be getting produced here. Which we're gonna need when we come back as we run out of water. And while I'm here, I did bring some of the junk from Red Rocket. We can just deposit it. Eventually we'll have supply lines, which is a perk system that lets you use any workbench to craft with your junk at all of your workbenches. You do have to set it up. It's like a system. But that's way in the future. And not something I super duper worry about in the early game. In the early game, I'm just focused on getting the raw stats to survive. All right, so once I've secured Red Rocket, we've done that. We've got our water going. The next area I like to go to is this way. You get to find a place called Abernathy Farms. You can go to this Concord water tower up here to get a few more supplies. And there's just some stuff we need to get. So I don't even go into the Concord quest, the main quest that it's going to point you to, for a little while, because in Permadeath, those raiders throw one Molotov and it's over. Out here, there's not many raiders. There's more like bugs and animals, so I'd rather take our chances with them. I'm just gonna sneak up to this bloatfly. I want to use VATS on it, so I want to be as close as possible. I don't actually need a sneak attack. I just want to be close enough that the VATS is going to hit. Now the bloatflies don't do that much damage, but you still don't want to like underestimate them. With this much endurance, you're a lot less afraid. If you're on a low endurance character, I would be afraid. Make sure you hit your shots. And yeah, Abernathy Farms right over here, and you can get your first quest that we're not actually going to go on, but it's nice to collect them. If I can find the Abernathys, don't know where they are.
Just for a moment there, I thought you were your sister.
Oh, Daddy. Don't
Hi.
think about things
That's
like that.
close enough, stranger. We're a peaceful farm. We don't want...
It's okay, I'm friendly. Not looking to cause any trouble.
If you say so, but be warned, we're armed here, so don't try anything. Let me tell you, farming ain't easy. Out in the field all day, every day, and every minute of it spent watching your back.
Hard work.
Farming's hard work.
Won't argue with that. Blake Abernathy. Been ages since I've seen one of those vault suits around. You new to these parts?
Yeah, you could say that.
Good to see a new face. How about you? Ever think about working the land?
No.
Don't know. Never really thought about it.
Hell, neither did I. I was born into it. Word of advice, though. If you do start up a farm, be ready to deal with the raiders. Why do all the hard work when you can just take what you want at gunpoint?
You need to do what you can to protect you and your family.
It ain't that simple. They're well armed, and there's lots of them. If I drive them off, they'll be back with twice as many men. Last time those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary tried to stand up to them. Now she's buried out back of the house. Only 21 years old, and they shot her down without a thought. That's why
Damn.
we need the Minutemen back. And the sooner, the better.
Minutemen.
What happened to the Minutemen?
Don't rightly know. I suppose they just went on to other things. The raiders are certainly making the most of the opportunity. I don't have much to offer, but those raiders that killed Mary, they took her locket too. It's been in Connie's
Those
family for
bastards.
generations. If you could get it back, it'd mean a lot to us.
I'll see.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Connie feels like it's a part of Mary. I don't think she'll rest easy again as long as it's gone.
Cool. So we have retrieved Mary's locket. Notably, one of the reasons I'm here is for these potatoes, but we can get them on the way back. We are actually looking at this building. You need to see it on the map. It's that way, kind of where I placed the marker. And we're just slowly making our way to a few locations just to level up more, get more supplies, that sort of thing. You get XP from locations. There's gonna be some ghouls we can kill. And hopefully it's some easy XP. When you enter here, the first ghoul you're gonna see is under this. And the next one's gonna be in here. This one's usually a little bit harder. It's gonna crawl down from here. Pretty much took our whole clip, so be wary of that one. It's a Feral Ghoul Roamer. It can do a lot of damage to you, especially when we're unarmored this early. But just put a whole clip into him. You'll be good. And then there's tons of good junk here. Gas canisters have oil in them. There's oil cans. There's aluminum cans. You can take some battered clipboards because we took all these carry weight perks. And we used up a bunch of our wood, so we might have a wood shortage coming up. Yeah, just loot this building up as much as you can. I need to go find this radio to turn it off. Because YouTube doesn't like copyright music. To me, that's unfair that it's in a game and we can get in trouble.
Excellent.
To me, that's like the definition of fair use right there. Is if I'm passing it in a video game that has it licensed. But who am I to come up with that? I suppose. Quick light pipe pistol with a bayonet on it. Let's compare it. This is 13. This is... Why did it say more before? Am I crazy? Well, it actually does less damage than our other pistol, so... We'll leave it there. There are two ways you can approach this building. I like to go from the top of it, which you can find from these stairs over here. You go up onto this. Whoops. And you get a duffel bag with pre-war money. And you can shoot this ghoul without risking your life. Duct tape, more cans. I'll take the holotape. I tend to play these, even though I've heard them a million times, because sometimes they're related to quests, and I never remember which ones are.
Threatens to kill you if the deal doesn't go his way. We are in way over our heads, man. I can't see a way out of this. No way except shutting down and getting out of Dodge. Give me a chance to talk this out with you face to face. I just want both of us to get out of this.
I'm thinking about taking this pipe bolt action rifle as a way to have like a ranged option. And a way to use 308 rounds. Like, we don't need it, but saving some 10mm rounds might come in handy. And yeah, just having a weapon with a bit more range could be nice. It's not going to be as good as our pistols, but could be valuable to have it in the very, very early game. Yeah, next stop, we need to get through this lake. You can either go around the left, like I'm going to do, or you can try to go around the right. There are pros and cons to both. Actually, we took Aqua Boy, so I'm going to show you why I took Aqua Boy, and it's actually so I have to do neither. If you go right, sometimes things spawn over there, including Mirelurks. If you go left, there's a random encounter on that bridge that could be raiders, and the raiders can be really tough. If you have Aqua Boy, and you don't have to deal with radiation, you can simply swim through the lake. And what we need to get to is the location on the other side of this lake. So this is one of the reasons that Aqua Boy can be very convenient, and I recommend taking it. For a long time, I was on the side of, you don't need Aqua Boy, it's just a convenience perk. But survival is the game mode to take convenience perks in. Because you have to take things slowly, so anything that speeds up or makes something more convenient adds up. Being able to swim is just such a big deal. There's a huge fight going on over there, probably a random encounter. So I don't think I want anything to do with it. Yeah, I see lots of explosions out there. What is that, Raiders? Either way, not my problem. Yeah, there's gonna be some ghouls and bugs in Sunshine Tidings co-op. That's okay, but that's what we're here for. And we've hit the 20-minute mark, so that was episode 3. And I hope you enjoyed it.